Well, here's a question for you this morning. Suspicious of your husband or wife? Sign up for E.Z toll collection. It's the latest tool being used to track cheaters. E.Z agencies in 7 states currently provide electronic toll information in response to court orders in both criminal and civil cases, including divorces. It's an easy way to show if someone took the off-ramp to adultery. With me now is celebrity divorce attorney Jeffrey Steinberger. Good morning, Jeffrey. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Tamara. How are you?
I'm very well. So is it an easy way to catch somebody?
Tamara, I don't know whatever happened to lipstick on your collar.
Right.
I mean, what happened to that?
Pocket.
Right. This is a high-tech world, high-tech divorces. And the problem is you could nail your husband cheating with the GPS on the E.Z Pass. The problem is you can't use it in his divorce.
So why can't you use it?
Because in most states, we now have no-fault divorce. And in no-fault divorce, adultery is irrelevant. That went out with Frankie, Dino, and Sammy. I mean, that's over, okay? All those days of stakeouts and blackmail and all that other stuff is gone.
But does it have any use, for example, if you're getting alimony or if you want the house to get leverage in saying, listen, I've got proof that he or she divorced, so this, gives me some kind of edge in the money fight?
Well, Tamara, it does, the point is judges have discretion. So if they could bring in the fact that this guy, the cheating spouse, is lying, then their credibility is at stake. So judges, they like to find the sleazy partner so that they don't have to give the sleazy partner all that he intends for himself to get. And they'd rather give it to the good guy rather than the dirty guy. And so, yeah, it could be used in that way, but it's just in the human nature kind of thing. It's not admissible as a fact of law or as a method of law.
Is it harder in this situation? I know that people have searched text messages and cell phone records, and, a cell phone can go to one person, but if you're taking an exit through the toll, I could be going to the mall. It doesn't mean you're going to your mistress.
Well, with E.Z Pass, all I can tell you is that you're on the bridge and you're in New Jersey when you said you're going to be at a restaurant in Connecticut. Okay, so your spouse knows you weren't in Connecticut and she knows you're lying, so she nailed that. Okay, you can't GPS you right into the bedroom. Not yet.
Oh, but hopefully not ever.
We're getting there.
Gosh. Well, hopefully not ever. Thank you not because of anything related to me, just, want to keep it clean. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yep.
Well, it might be the latest tool for spouses to catch their cheating husbands or wives. We're talking about the electronic toll device, E.Z Pass. Agencies in 7 states are currently providing E.Z Pass information in response to court orders in both criminal and civil cases, including divorces. It is the easy way to show if someone took the off-ramp to adultery. Wow. Okay. With me now, celebrity divorce attorney Jeffrey Steinberger. Good morning, Jeffrey. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Mika.
So is this a tool that can be used in court? Because it seems a little complicated here.
Mika, whatever happened to lipstick on your collar?
I don't know.
I mean, look, we're in a new world now. It's high-tech divorces and it's a high-tech world, high-tech divorces.
But, I mean, is this E.Z Pass information, which I guess, comes in a bill every month, is that something that can be used in the court of law?
It can't be used in a court of law. And most states, you know what, it's highly irrelevant now because adultery with stakeouts and investigative procedures and all that other stuff, most courts in most states have no fault divorces, irreconcilable differences. So, we wanted to get away from all that stakeout business, blackmail business. We didn't want that anymore. So most states now have no-fault divorces, so we don't get into this kind of mess, and adultery is generally irrelevant in courtrooms.
Well, that's a whole nother question. I mean, is that a mark of a change in our society, that adultery doesn't play a role in divorce cases? Or educate me, when did that change?
That changed with Sammy, Dino, and Sinatra.
Yeah.
It changed back in the 50s and 60s. For 20 years, most states have adopted no-fault divorce as their main precept in the law of
But
divorce.
I would think if somebody wanted to use this in order to get a bigger settlement, in order to gain financially in a divorce, couldn't they, or no?
Well, Mika, you had a good point. Judges are human, and in the issue of credibility, they tend to vet out the dirty guy. And so in this instance, if they get a report in, they get these documents in that say that he's cheating or that he's the bad guy in the marriage, you know, they're human, they use it in their heads, and they tend to give verdicts and mediate things, settlements that way, to give to the cleaner person the better of the settlement.
Okay, learn something new every day. Jeffrey Steinberger, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mika. Thanks for having me.
Those E-ZPass electronic toll booths could end up taking a toll on your marriage. Divorce lawyers are catching cheating spouses in lies by getting court orders for electronic toll records. Those records show spouses where they were, where they weren't. And is this an issue of privacy invasion, or is it all fair in love and war? Let's ask celebrity divorce attorney Jeffrey Steinberger. Thanks for joining us, Jeffrey.
Tamron, well, good to be here.
So have you ever used the E-ZPass in any of your divorces?
Tamron, whatever happened to lipstick on your collar? What happened to that? It's gone?
Apparently, you got to go high-tech, you know, to catch a high-tech cheater.
I guess. Listen, it's a high-tech world. It's high-tech divorces. And no, we haven't used E-ZPasses. E-ZPasses will nail you into the bed that you're with your cheating spouse, but it can't be used in your divorce.
So it can't be used in divorce, so why are more people doing it? I know this is not new, but according to the research out there, more people are using these E-ZPass toll, you know, information they get from them.
Well, E-ZPasses are used to make sure of credibility, but they're not used in today's courtrooms, because today's courtrooms we have no-fault divorce. We have irreconcilable differences, and the fact of adultery is basically irrelevant.
But can this give you leverage? Let's say, you know, your spouse is giving you a hard time about the divorce. You want alimony, you want the house, the car, or whatever. Can you use this if your client comes to you and says, hey, listen, I've got this information. These are the dates and times that the Easy Toll says he was taking this exit to see his mistress.
Absolutely. If he's a dirty guy, I could bring it up to the judge and say, he's a dirty guy because I got the E-ZPass and he said he was here and he was in Georgia and he was in Jersey. So, you know what, Judge? He lies about this, and he's going to lie about his support, and he's going to lie about his income, and he's going to lie about his rights with custody, and he's going to lie about everything else. I can't...
Jeffrey, is this about privacy, though? I mean, it's one thing to try to prove that your spouse is not being honest in the divorce proceedings. Is it another issue, though, about your privacy?
No, they're separate issues, Tamron. They're absolutely separate issues. There's no invasion of privacy. You signed on for Easy Pay. You better have some spare change if you're committing adultery.
Now, are you seeing a lot of people use other types of, you know, maybe text messaging, cell phones? Are you seeing more of your clients looking at that direction as well?
Well, you know what? Text messaging, cell phones, all you got to do is the old investigative trick. The wife's just got to go and look at the phone bills and see who he called and bring it into a court of law, and the judge is going to take notice of that, just like he does with E-ZPass.
All right, Jeffrey, thank you very much for some insight on this, I guess, latest trend in the war of divorce.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Looking for an easy way to prove your partner's been unfaithful? Well, E-ZPass toll-paying agencies in 7 states provide electronic records in response to court orders in both criminal and civil cases, including divorces. Now, some say it's a high-tech way to prove that your spouse is taking the off-ramp to adultery. Jeffrey Steinberger is a celebrity divorce attorney. He joins us now. So, Jeffrey, how much weight should E-ZPass records have in a divorce case?
Monica, whatever happened to lipstick on his collar? I mean, where did that go? The old-fashioned way. Look,
hey, it's high-tech now, Jeffrey. I mean, you know.
High-tech world, high-tech divorces. So, and E-ZPass is a high-tech device.
Now, and we should, let me just quickly explain, in case, for people who are in states where they aren't used to this is what we're talking about. You've got the picture there. It's just this electronic monitoring. You know, when you go through, you don't have to pull out the cash when you go through the toll. It's just marked up there, and then you get the bill at the end of the month, and it's charged to your credit card. But my question is, how do you make the leap that the person was committing adultery? Isn't this really just a way to prove that someone's lying to you? Well,
and Monica, you hit it right on the point. That's exactly what it's about. Credibility is the issue here, because you can't use the E-ZPass in a court of law anymore. Adultery is mainly irrelevant now in most states in the United States. We don't have stakeouts anymore. You know, that went out with Sammy, Dean, and Sinatra. I mean, we don't do that stuff anymore. Adultery has been out of courtrooms as no-fault insurance has come in most states.
But certainly, it's certainly relevant to the people involved. It may not be relevant in the courtroom, but certainly relevant to the couple involved. But doesn't this raise privacy issues as well?
It raises privacy issues, but look, you bought the ticket, you bought the pass, you should have known and been vigilant about what rights you were giving up when you bought that pass. Most of the times, the peripheral uses of it, most people don't even know. So, you know, you should do more inquiries before you buy that pass, but it's not an invasion of privacy and it doesn't violate any laws.
All right, well, look, I'm still looking for lipstick. If I find lipstick, I'm calling a lawyer. Jeffrey, good to talk to you.
Lipstick on the collar. Stay with it, Monica.
That's
Stay
right.
with it.
Thank you.
Bye.
Ron, back to you.
Thanks very much, Jeff. Now to another kind of storm, stormy marriages. I guess I can say that nobody can edit me here when I'm sitting here by myself. It used to be lipstick on the collar, but now there's a high-tech device that's proving to be a problem for wandering spouses. Those E-ZPass devices that you use to pay tolls. Divorce lawyers are catching cheating spouses in lies about their whereabouts by getting court orders for electronic toll records. Now, is this an invasion of privacy, or is all fair in love and war and divorce? Joining us now is celebrity divorce attorney Jeffrey Steinberger. Jeff, I've seen you on all day. I stole your lipstick on the collar line. So tell me, how frequent is this really happening, that someone is using this kind of information from an E-ZPass in some kind of divorce proceeding?
Well, they're using the E-ZPass to come in. First of all, the spouse is definitely using the E-ZPass to nail the spouse. That's number one. That's the lipstick on the collar part of the section. But in courts, they're using it just to find out credibility. Ron, you got to understand this. Most courts and most states have adopted no-fault divorce. So we stopped the wrangling between the spouses, the husband and the wife, the stakeouts, the hiring of investigators, all that Dino, Sammy, Sinatra kind of stuff is gone. Okay, so the stuff that we have now in the courts is called no-fault divorce or irreconcilable differences. And in that, it's just totally irrelevant that somebody has committed adultery. It's not irrelevant, however, absolutely not irrelevant for the judge to consider credibility.
How does an E-ZPass prove adultery? You know, I can hear a defendant in court saying, look, yeah, I took exit 15 off the turnpike or whatever, but that doesn't mean that I've been cheating on my wife, for God's sakes.
No, because it's not there to prove adultery. It's there to prove credibility. If the guy says he was in Connecticut and he's on the Washington Bridge in Jersey, he's not in the Washington Bridge he's showing up on E-ZPass, Washington Bridge in Jersey, and he's not in Connecticut. So it goes to the judge saying, hey, judge, this guy's lying. He's going to lie about his financial support. He's going to lie about the custody issues. He's going to lie about the other thing. Take my side in this, because this guy is not the real guy and not the stand-up guy that he says he is, and what he says can't be trusted.
And what's the argument for turning these records over? You know, you're driving down the road, minding your own business, and this can become a public record in a court of law? That seems a bit harsh.
Well, absolutely. Look, you paid your nickel, you paid your quarter, you knew that you were buying into this, you knew it had a GPS on it. Maybe you didn't know the peripheral uses of it, and maybe you shouldn't use it now after you've been acknowledged about it, but you got to be vigilant about your rights. You just can't sign up for this stuff and not know the peripheral uses.
What about data from GPSs and that sort of thing? Is that admissible as well?
No, that's all fair game. Everything is fair game. You sign up, you got to investigate exactly what all the uses are and exactly what they can do with it, especially in adultery. Carry spare change, don't get involved.
And don't cheat.
And don't cheat is more important.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it. You're going to be a busy guy out there.
I guess so. Thanks a lot, Rod.
Thank you.